Welcome to Takeout Takeaway.
We're your hosts, Mr. Huffman.
Mr. Brown.
Today's segment is brought to you by Golden Gate Chinese, conveniently located in Uptown Jackson. Hey, Mr. Brown.
Hey, Mr. Huffman.
What does, when you're eating Chinese food, what does that make you think of?
Egyptian mythology.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good conversation. Have you ever heard the Egyptian creation myth?
I haven't. Do you know anything about it?
I sure do. Let's touch base.
All right.
So, in the beginning, there was none. That means nothing. And all there was the celestial waters, which is kind of like the night sky.
So there's nothing at all except this big night sky?
Exactly. In the celestial waters, there was an egg. And inside that egg was holding the creator.
There's a big egg and there's a creator inside?
Sure, you heard it right.
That's cool.
So then that egg will hatch and it splits into two parts. And that separates the celestial waters, allowing room for the world to be created.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So from that egg, a blue lotus flower comes up and opens its petals. And out from the lotus flowers springs the creator being Ra.
So Ra is in an egg and then a flower and then Ra comes out on top of the flower?
Yes.
Cool.
But he came out with a finger pressed against his lips in silence. No words have been spoken yet. So coming out of the flower, like a phoenix with fiery plumage.
Like a big bird that's on fire?
You heard it right.
All right.
He arose and he spoke the words that broke the eternal silence.
What were those words?
Wisdom. So Ra decides to make an island for himself so that he can bask and view all of his creation. But he realized something. He was alone. And he decided that he must create the world. So Ra is on his island and he's lonely, and he decides he needs to make some other gods. So he creates Shu,
The god of air.
and Tefnut, the goddess of water. So through mysterious circumstances, they become lost.
How does that make Ra feel?
Very sad. So sad that he plucks out his eyeball and he gives it all his powers, and he names it his daughter, Hathor.
That's weird.
It is extremely weird. So he sends Hathor out to look for Shu and Tefnut. They're quickly found, and then Ra rewards Hathor by placing the eye on the great cobra seen here. Ra marries a goddess named Nut,
Like peanut?
or walnut, or any nut. But Nut does not love Ra. Kind of like Real Housewives of Ancient Egypt. So anyway, they have kids anyway, and they become the gods and goddesses that we talk about with Egyptian mythology.
Like these?
Like those. The last thing that Ra creates is man and all of the creatures. He takes man and he fashions him on a potter's wheel.
A potter's wheel, but how did he become alive from that?
Ra breathed life into him. So he creates Egypt as a home for all the people that he creates and the creatures.
But why Egypt, though?
Think about it. Egypt's perfect. It's got deserts on both sides to protect, and then through the middle, you have the Nile to nourish and provide water.
Well, after that, was he just done? Did he leave?
No, you can still see Ra every day. He travels across the sky, keeping watch over his creation.
Like the sun.
You got it.
All right.
Also, Ra sets himself up as the first pharaoh of Egypt, and they rule in peace and prosperity for countless centuries. Mr. Brown, how was your Chinese food?
Delicious. I'm stuffed.
Me too. Remember, be sure to visit Golden Gate Chinese in Uptown Jackson for all of your Far Eastern delicacies.
Thank you for watching Takeout Takeaway. Remember, I'm Mr. Brown.
Now, Mr. Huffman.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Hey, aren't we forgetting dessert?
Yes.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see here what we got.
My lucky day.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Brown, what does yours say?
I don't know. I have a whole fork. Oh, mine says that Mr. Brown's class is going to do awesome on their ancient Egypt quiz. What's yours say?
Mine says Mr. Huffman's class is going to smoke Mr. Brown's on the best percentage.
Oh, man. My lucky numbers are 100%, 100%, 100%. Those must be test scores.
Oh, yeah, mine is 100%, 100% beating Mr. Brown's class. Oh, that was dumb.